In today's video, I will be making a working World War II American class destroyer. Let's get into the video. Alright, so it's been a couple days of work on the boat. I've made the lifeboats actually eject somewhat when I press this button, and you can turn the hand crank and it will push the lifeboats off. And since the water line is going to be it's going to be here instead of down there at the very bottom, they will hopefully land in the water upright. Now, another reason I chose USS Sims is because it has torpedo tubes. It actually had 8 torpedo tubes, but I was only able to make 6. They're loaded from a mechanical arm and a depot, and they take around, I want to say, 8 seconds to reload, maybe like 3 or 5, but you can shoot both of them out. And since the water line will be right here instead of all the way down there, it's going to be a lot easier to actually hit stuff. Alright, I have assembled it, and I also have freezed it, because if I unfreeze it, I believe it will just sink. It's actually not sunk as fast as I thought it would, but it's looking really good. It's actually somewhat floating. Alright, so I'm going to set everything up, like the torpedoes and then the mast and then all that stuff. And then when you get to balance the inside, because this thing is definitely going to be very unbalanced. Alright, so I've set up the boat, and I actually added another mod called Sable Floaters, and what this adds is, it adds floaters. One of the nice things I found out about these floaters is that they will balance the ship out. If I tilt it slightly, and I drop it back down in the water, it starts to level itself out. Now it is really bouncy, so I'm probably going to change it so they don't lift as much, and just add more. But it levels itself out, which is really nice, because I honestly really did not want to have to add all the ballast and stuff inside it. So previously, great big cannons, when you shot the cannons with the particles enabled, it would crash your game. But now, when I shoot them, it's fixed. And this took me like a couple hours. As you can see, the boat has a lot of recoil, and the ropes kind of go crazy with the recoil. I spawned in a little bit of an older save file of this boat just to test some stuff on, like the cannons, and the cannons are very effective. That is probably because I have highly explosive shells loaded in, but they are very effective. Now currently the front torpedo tube is broken and I need to fix that, but we can launch the back ones and you'll see it does quite a bit of damage. Now if we go down inside, I tried to keep it claustrophobic, because from my experience being on naval ships, it is very claustrophobic inside spaces. We have this room right here, which leads absolutely nowhere, and I'm actually going to leave it empty. You can fill it with whatever you want. And this door is just a decorative, it's a locked door, it leads nowhere. Now next, we have a little closet area, I guess. This is a bathroom with the water decal, and this is like a little electrical closet type thing. Now over here we have the torpedo room, which is actually directly underneath the torpedoes. So I've made these folding doors which open up and you can see the torpedoes. Next we have the weapons room, which is the radar, so we can turn the camera on and see from the camera I was talking about earlier. And we also have the radar right here, which can go in 140 blocks. So it's pretty good, especially since the ship is 100 blocks. So it's like 40 blocks, really. It can actually see for. Now, I don't know how to actually set links that have filters, so it just shows everything, but ideally I'd like it to only show Sable sublevel, which is what the physics entities are actually called. We have another long and claustrophobic hallway, but then it leads to an open area with the crew bunks. And this is just a little simple thing. I've just added a couple beds here for decoration. And this room is narrow. And I'll probably add, actually I think I'll add the controls for the turrets in here. And then finally we have the engine room. This has two large engines, large diesel engines in here. It actually does have a survival friendly fuel tank and a creative fuel tank, so I could turn this valve off and it would start taking fuel from here. But if you turn it on, then it will start pumping fuel from a creative fluid tank into the fluid tank. Now in here is actually really messy, and that's because I didn't have that much space to put everything. So it's very crammed in here, but we have some controls for the back and some of the floaters. But that is the engine room. So the throttle lever is right here, and if we decrease it a little bit, so let's say 9, we'll slowly start moving. But we can get up to some really fast speeds. So we can go, I believe this is 20 blocks, maybe 5-10 blocks a second on the water, which is really good. But we're gonna slow it down a little bit. And now that we're slowed down, we use a steering wheel to turn it. Like my submarine, there are thrusters in the front and back of it, and that's just because the rudder was turning way too slowly. But it can turn both directions. So I can turn it this way now. And as you can see, we start turning the other way. Now, we also have a reverse lever, so flipping this lever will put it in reverse. And as you can see, we start backing up. That will be it for this week's video. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like this, make sure to like and subscribe, as I have a bunch of cool video ideas coming out soon, and I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of summer. If you want this build for yourself, it'll be on my Patreon with many of my other builds I make in my videos. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed.